Okay. All right, I hope y'all had a good weekend, but we got to be ready to rock and roll. We've only got 4 days in this weekend, guys. Really, that doesn't mean we get a break. It means we got to pack 5 days in 4, unfortunately, okay? So let's get busy. Let's do 452 times 145. All right, guys, first I'm going to multiply what? 5 times the 2, 5 times the 5, and 5 times the 4, right? I actually have to do that work, don't I?
Yes.
Don't I? I have to do the work. 5 times 2, 10. Put my 0, carry my 1. 5 times 5,
25.
plus 1.
26.
Put my 6, carry my 2. 5 times 4,
20.
plus 2.
22.
Okay, now I got to do a little bit of work. What do I have to do?
Housekeep.
I got to housekeep. I got to erase what I carried.
X out the 5.
X out this 5 because I've already multiplied it. And put my 0. If you don't put your 0, it's wrong every single time. Then, what am I going to multiply now? 4 times the 2, 4 times the 5, 4 times the 4. 4 times 2,
8.
4 times 5.
20.
Put my 0, carry my 2. 4 times 4, plus 2, 18. All right, now I got to do some what? Housekeeping. Cross out the what? Because I've already multiplied it. Erase what I carry. And most importantly, why 2 zeros? This 1 is in the what? Hundreds. Put 2 zeros. Then I'm going to multiply the 1 times the 2. 2. 1 times 5. 1 times 4. And then I can add it all up. Correct? See, Kayla, yours didn't look like anything like this. Nothing like it. Yours didn't either, Elijah. All right, 65,540. Do y'all agree?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You got to do your work. All right, let's look at this one. 693 divided by 33. I'm going to have to do the what, guys? All right. I can do 33 times what multiple of 10? I could do 10. Could I do 20, though? Because what's 33 times 2? 66. I could do it, couldn't I? Good job. All right, so 33 times 2 is what? 66. Yes, perfect. I couldn't have said it any better than that. All right, 3 minus 0 is 3. Subtract it out. I'm already down to what? Look how simple that cleans up. Could you have done 10?
Yes.
You just would have had to do 10 what? Twice. You would have had to do 10 twice. Is that okay? Yes, because you probably still got the same answer we got for you. All right, 30. How many 33s are in 33? 1. 33 times 1. All right, what's my final answer, boys and girls? 21. Final answer. What's that answer called in division? Quotient. Very good. All right, let's look at number 3. All right, we've got a table here, guys, and this table is broken into categories. The categories are the what? The weeks. That's right. The categories. This is what you call categorical data because it's broken into categories. These categories are weeks. The title gives us a lot of information. What does the title say, Jashawn? August walking distance in miles. And it broke down August into what, boys and girls? 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Okay. So it tells us. Read for me the information about Jonah at the top, Savion.
Jonah used his
Pedometer.
pedometer.
That's the old timing Apple Watch and Fitbit, all that kind of stuff. A pedometer just keeps up with your steps. Okay, so that's what, back in the day, that's what we called, we didn't have a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, we had pedometers. Okay, keep going. Jonah used his pedometer
To record how far he walked each week. Used and tried to answer the question below.
Okay, who can tell me what week Jonah walked the most? Just off the bat. Aaron. week 2. And if you noticed, Aaron answered that question by saying week 2, not by saying 17 and 64 hundredths, because that's not how the question was asked, was it?
6,500.
Okay, all right, let's look. It says, how many miles did Jonah walk on weeks 1 and 2 combined? What do they want me to do to weeks 1 and 2? Add them up. What's the biggest thing I gotta do in this situation?
Just
Line up my decimals. Line up my decimals. What are my whole numbers, guys? How would you add up 17 and 8? Would you put the 8 right here? No. Kaylee, I'm glad to see you erasing. You wouldn't put the 8 right there. You wouldn't. You're gonna take, and which one should go on top? It makes it just look a little neater, doesn't it? I could do it the other way, but it looks all cattywampus, doesn't it? All right, so I'm gonna write 17 decimal 65. First thing I'm gonna do is bring down my what? Bring down my decimal. So then I'll look at this number for week 1. What is on this side of the decimal? 8. I'm gonna line it up under the 7. And then on this side, 91. Add it up. Bring down that decimal. Did y'all get 26 and 56 hundredths miles? 26 and 56 hundredths miles. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's look at number 4. All right, I got to think about my what? Order of
Operation.
Okay, I got several things going on here. I've got a set of what? I've got brackets and then parentheses. You always move how, guys? In to the parentheses. Parentheses are going to be first. Once I add the 2 numbers in the parentheses, are the brackets going to disappear? No, but what will? Okay, so I'm going to go on and put my brackets because I'm going to have a bracket and I'm still going to have a +6, right? Okay, 4 plus 1. 5. What else goes inside the brackets? 8 times 5. If you don't have that step written on your paper right now, you need to make sure it's written.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if I have to do this step, and I've been teaching this a long time, you have to do this step if you want to get the right answer. Okay? All right, now, what's my next step? Why am I going to do 8 times 5 next? It's in the bracket, which is considered like a what? Parentheses. So I'm going to do 8 times 5, which is what, y'all? 40, and then what's left? If you don't have that step written down, you need to get it. And what is 6 plus 40, guys? 46. Beautiful. Let's look at number 7. No more. Why? We did 16, 17, 18 last week. You didn't? You should have gotten 16, 17 now. You tested on Monday, didn't you? Yeah. So what'd you do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
We're doing 8 today.
Okay. All right, let's look at number 5. 5, yeah. Okay. It's an input-output table, right? What's my rule? So 10 goes in, subtract 2, what comes out? 9 goes in, subtract 2.
7 comes out.
If 5 comes out, what would I do to figure it out?
7.
I would add 2.
Oh wait, we said
5 goes in, subtract 2. If 0 comes out, what's this? 2. Okay, now, what do I need to do with these ordered pairs? I'm going to graph them. Okay, how many ordered pairs do I have?
4. Yeah.
Okay, let's look. Y'all tell me the ordered pairs, because I need to scroll this up. Tell me the ordered pairs. What's the first one? 10, 8? 10, 8. Do you see how I'm writing them like that? Because 10 will be first, 8 will be next. What's the other one? 9, 7. Okay, next.
7, 5.
Okay, next.
5, 3, 2, 0.
Okay, so I've got to graph these ordered pairs. On your notes, what axis is this bottom? X. Write X right there. Okay, what is this axis that runs perpendicular? Y, right? Y, right there. You're gonna need this for your notes, right? This first number goes on what axis? X. So go ahead and put your X at the top. All of these first digits go on the X axis. On this one, put what? The second digit goes on the Y. Okay, look guys, especially you virtual folks, remember, you've got to go across before you go up, like a baby. They have to crawl before they can walk, okay? So, I'm going to take my finger. Everybody take their finger. What's the first digit? 10. Go take your finger and go across the bottom to 10. And then I'm going to go up to the second number, which is what?
8.
So I'm going to go all the way up until I get to what?
8.
And that's where it is. Okay, second one. What's the first number? 9. Take your finger. Go across the bottom. Go all the way to what? 9. Go up to what? 7, because that's the second number. All the way up. 9, 7. All right, 7, 5. What's the first digit? So I'm going to go across what? On the x-axis to what? 7. Go all the way across to 7 and go up to what? 5. And place your dot. 5, 3. Where are you going to go across? Go across the bottom to 5. Go up to 3. Okay, 2, 0. Go across the bottom to 2. And if it's 0, do I go up at all?
No.
I stay right there.
That's a very,
Interesting slant, isn't it?
yeah.
It is an interesting slant. Okay, now, whew. Okay, let's look at number 7. Okay, why can I not just straight across add these numerators and straight across have the denominators? What's the situation here? Talk to me, Jean Christ. Yeah, and I don't add the denominators anyway, do I? I have to add numerators from something that's of the same whole, right? This is tenths, this is hundredths. The denominators can't be different. I can't add, can I? So, I've got to change one of these denominators, either the 10 or the 100, to be like the other. In this case, and I do that either by multiplying or by dividing by a whole. What should I do? Should I multiply or divide? Which one am I going to change? 10. I'm going to change 1/10. So, I'm going to take 1/10. I need it to be what? 100. Because I need them to be the same. So, I need to change this denominator of 10 to 100. So, what can I multiply 10 by to get 100? 10. So, I'm going to multiply this, write this just like I'm doing it, times 10 tenths. Okay, so look at that. 10 tenths times 1/10. And when I multiply fractions, I go straight across the top, straight across the bottom. What is 10 times 1? 10. 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 10? 100. Right? Rewrite this just like I'm doing it. Plus 83 hundredths. Okay, now, when I add and subtract fractions, I just add and subtract the what? The numerators, the numbers on top. The denominators are the same, correct? Okay, so 10 plus 83. 93 over what? 100. I hope you've written this, and I hope you've written this, because you can use this paper to help you on your test Friday, correct? Okay, all right. Number 8, read for me Asa about Professor Blackwell.
Professor Blackwell went on a research trip to the rainforest for 98 days. How many weeks was he going?
Okay, he was gone for 98 days. I've got to do a conversion here, guys. I've got to change days to what? Okay, so I'm going to say 98 days, and I hope you need to be writing this also, equals blank weeks. So you got to think about our changing here, our conversions of our measurements. If I'm changing from days to weeks, what do I know about days and weeks?
1 day.
There's 7 days in 1 week. Okay, so let me ask you this. If I'm going from days to weeks, which one's bigger? Weeks. So I'm going from smaller unit to a bigger unit, right? Are there gonna be more weeks than there are days? No. So am I gonna multiply or divide? Divide. What am I gonna divide by? 7. So I'm gonna do me a big 7. And you need to do you a big 7. 7 times what should I start with? I could do 10, I could even go to 12. couldn't I? I could go to 12, whatever. It doesn't matter. If I did 10, it's gonna come out pretty easy for me.
28.
7 goes into 28.
4 times 28.
So how many weeks is that? 14 weeks. So what's my answer? 14 weeks. Yes, Aaron. You're fine. As long as you got 14, I'm good with you, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Right. As long as you got 14, I'm good with you, okay? We can all work a problem different ways, correct? Okay, excellent. Keep this on your desk. When's this morning math test? Friday. We're not going to get into B today. We'll probably get into maybe B and C tomorrow, okay? All right, keep that on your desk. All right, guys, our fluency has changed a little bit. We are not